morning, everybody, y'all. We got to have a quick morning show today. I said, listen, I can't leave the state without getting my click and my view today. So sorry about that. So if we do open up the phone lines, we probably will have to do the 972 number because the blog talk is acting up. But good morning, producers. First and foremost, I want you all to pray for the Price family. We announced yesterday that Mother Price, we announced the news that she had passed away. My mom called me yesterday, and she was just a pioneer in the community. She was she used to feed the homeless in Inglewood. And Inglewood, Chicago lost a great person. So I want you all to pray for the Price family. And I just would never forget, man, I used to did not like going like church. Because when she would be up, she said, Brother Marquise, come on up here and sing that song. And I would get up there, way in the water. I would sing Wave in the Water. And I was like, Lord have mercy. Then my mom, my siblings, we had like a little gospel group. And we would all get up there and sing. And I don't know why we start singing. They would just pull us up on the program. Didn't even ask us. Sometimes Mother Price wouldn't even ask you. You just on the program, and you couldn't disagree. She's the mother of the church. So we would get up there and we would sing, and and that's why I think I have like a good. I'm able to be great on the mic is because I grew up in the church, singing and having a good time. So I'm asking you all to keep Mother Price in your prayers, and Mother Price family in your prayers, and her husband. Like it's really a lot. I don't know how it is when you lose a family member, and pray for her daughter that took her to the hospital, and she didn't even make it in the hospital. She passed away in the parking lot. So pray for that daughter, that have to live with that for the rest of her life. So just pray for the entire family. I will be in Chicago, and I'm excited, nervous and excited because there's some people I haven't seen in the long time. I don't know who I'm going to link up with or meet. I think I know about a couple of them. I know I'm in this family, so I'm looking forward to seeing my nieces and also my nephew. So let's get into the mess. Jeffree Star's boyfriend, girlfriend, I believe this is Jeffree Star's boyfriend, his girlfriend, but this is what she had to say in an interview. Jeffree Star, a few weeks ago, Jeffree Star popped out with a new man, which shocked the hell out of a few people, including his boyfriend, baby mama. She did an exclusive interview with Life and Style and opened up about how she really felt during the ordeal. I was completely devastated, she said exclusively to Life and Style in a video interview. It was just humiliating for me because my family called me and my friend from France called me and everybody was blowing up my phone. So I couldn't go on my phone. Lindsay said nothing that she had to turn temporary disable her social media account so well. What's interesting about this is that Lindsay claims that Andre, Jeffree Star's new boy toy, and her baby daddy went out to LA for work trip, will be back in 10 days. He said he was going out for a work trip and be back in 10 days. This is a quote from Lindsay. I trusted him because he said he was going there for work. Then, I tried to communicate with him, but it was just like hard to. Lindsay continues. So from this day until now, we had like no communication. That is sad. Like you went out, said he going on vacation, and he went on to get into that Jeffree Star Baditsi, and that's really something. Like they have to do something with your, as a woman. I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me in the chat, but that really have to do something to you as a woman when your man have left you and to go and been with another man, and to go and say, "Hey, I'm going on a vacation. Hey, I'm doing this." And to just leave, and you're the one that's stuck. You're dealing with everybody know your business and be like, wow. And that does that make you feel some type of way as a woman when your man or your baby daddy leave and he goes with another man? Do you question your yoni? Do you have a conversation with your yoni and be like, yoni, you have failed me? Do you even have a conversation if your man left you for another man? Do you have a conversation with your yoni? I just want to know. Do you talk to your yoni and be like, yoni, you have failed me, or you just pay it? Because if I was a woman, I don't know how I even as a man, if my woman would leave me and get with another woman, I would feel some type of way. I would feel some way like I ain't hit it right or licked it right, or some I would have like, some doubt if she would leave. Just like with the whole Niecy Nash situation. When she left her husband or divorced her husband, she's with another woman. And I'm like, were you always creeping on with this woman? Like, I don't understand. Mm. And I'm being really, really honest. No, if it was a woman, I would. I mean, oh, if it was a woman, you would. Like, what could you do? But I remember I watched what was that movie? I think it was Cover, and the man left. The man was on the down low, and he was dealing, and she found out about him. She busted the hotel room, and she found her man with another man. And then she was like, if it was another woman, maybe I can get my hair done, my makeup done. But how can I compete with another man? And that movie was so sad. I remember I watched that as growing up now, and I'm like, I want to see that movie again as an adult because I used to watch it as a teenager. And she was like, how can I was way much younger when I was. How can I compete? How can I compete? I can compete with a woman, but how can I compete with a man? And I remember that. Did y'all see that movie? Did have anybody else seen that movie Cover? Somebody said, "Good morning, Wiley, producer. Safe travels to you, Wiley. Enjoy." Yeah, I was like, "What?" So I'm just absolutely. So that was something. So I want to know your comments on that. Was Jeffree Star baby, Jeffree Star new boy toy? Was he wrong to not communicate with his baby mama that he's going to live with or going to be in a relationship with Jeffree Star? Because I would like to know. I would like to know what do you think about that? Do you think that was dope? Let me know down in the comments, and I see y'all in the comments. So shout out to y'all and good morning. So Jeffree Star, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, Jeffree Star. I'm really really happy for you, Jeffree Star. You got a man with a ping, and I guess it's premium because that's somebody baby daddy. So I know you happy about that. But my things with the baby daddy, he need to communicate with Jeffrey. He need to communicate with his baby mama. Give me a sec. I'm doing something and then I'm doing a show. Woo! Let me read y'all comments. They said, "Child, I'm not comparing with a man or woman. Just tell me you buy. LOL. Yeah, just tell her that you buy." Somebody said, "Cheating is cheating." They said, "The way he left is trash. It's like those stories here when you get up for cigarettes, never to be seen by wives and children again." I'm just reading y'all comments. I'm reading y'all comments. Hold on. Oh Lord, I ain't mean to do that. Y'all, excuse me. I'm reading y'all comments. If they were not in a relationship, he doesn't have to tell her anything. Okay. So I don't even know. I don't even know if they were in a relationship or not. So give me a second, y'all. I'm up here taking care of some business while I'm actually doing the show. But I'm happy. I think me personally, I would have a conversation with my baby mother and say, "Hey, I'm about to go with this guy," and at least communicate. Don't have her in the limbo. Like, what about your child? What about you being a father? What about that? Don't just up and leave. And I'm I'm just being honest. I personally would not just up and leave my baby mother and go with another guy and not communicate that with her. I'm just not that type of guy because I think that's sneaky. I think that what are you hiding for? I think that's very sneaky to do that. Like communicate with her. I know she's embarrassed because women, y'all sitting probably talking about her. Oh, look at her man. Her. Uh, what is the world going on? I hate when I have to take care of business when I'm doing the show. This is crazy. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay. So she's acting like her as they were. I'm not going to watch it until I will watch. LOL. I said, no, I feel bad. He cheated, man or woman. I'm reading y'all comments before I go to my. Okay. That's all I need to hear. All right. So get it in and all that. I feel for her. But if she is single, oh, hold up. And ma'am, you ain't gotta be crying over no spilled milk. I come to you, baby. Just call my name. Just call my name. I'll be there for you, baby. Just be there for you. Okay, you ain't got to worry about it. Since your man left you for Jefferson, I ain't gonna leave because you gorgeous. If that's you, let me look at you again. Hold up. Let me look at you again. Hold on, let me go on up there a little bit. Let me go on up there and look at you. Let me go on look. Oh yeah, yeah. I talk to you. I told you that. Where's she at? Yeah, they still at it, Doc. They're still actually currently still dating Jeffree Star and all that. I'm here that he's paying this guy, and money is money, but still communicate that with your baby mother. Y'all pray for me that I don't wind up getting nobody, getting no baby mama when I'm in Chicago. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Pray for me that I'll be on my best behavior. I want to argue. I want to have a peaceful trip. So y'all just pray for me. And an IG post, she said that she tried to make things work. She would have done anything. So that means they were not together. No, I'm talking about the baby mama. Are he and the baby mama still dating? I don't know. Obviously, I think that she think they are still in a relationship. She think that because the way how she doing interviews, like as though they're in a relationship, because I don't think she would have cared where's he going if they were single, if she and him weren't in a relationship. So I don't know. I'm gonna move on to the next topic because I just definitely had to say that. But Jeffree Star, get your life, boy. Hey, you doing hey. Because what gets me with these people that don't like black culture, they don't mind riding black meat. I'm gonna say that again. What gets me with people, they will be very problematic to the race, the idea of black people, but they don't mind attaching themselves to that black pen. Now, I remember I was about to get on the green line because I was on Publix. I was on Dart a lot. And so I had to use the women's restroom because the men's restroom was full. I had to go. I was limping. I couldn't hardly stand. I needed to release myself. So I went into the women's restroom, released myself. And the women said, "It's no way in the world that you could use this restroom." One of the workers. And I said, "Man, I'm a disabled veteran." And then she was going back, blah, blah, blah. Then I said, "You know what? I'm going to call the NAACP on you, lady." And I I pretended to call the NAACP. Then she called the cops. Then I said her full name. Then she said, "I'm not even racist. How can I be racist? I'm with a black man." I said, "That black man that you with must be I call him the C word. He must be an Oreo cookie." I said, and I called and all that. Then I rebuked her. And then the police came and said, "Sir, you got to leave the premises." Before I left, I said, "I will be back with Reverend Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and all of this." Then I was really being in Texas, and that was before the library thing. Oh my gosh, like I wish all that was recorded, but I would never forget it. Like she was doing it, and the police, they had to escort me to another bus stop. I had to leave there, and I had to get my point across. It's just when it came to like racial stuff, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Like when I came to Texas, even when I worked at a job. Even when I worked at a job, I just did not like how they was treating black workers, how they was treating workers. And I would get escorted on my job by a police escort. I have lost the job. I've never been like had a police escort me off the job, but I was fighting for justice and equality and all of that. And so I had got escorted off the job. And it was like, "Oh, you got to leave the premises." And then the director tried to lie, but thank God I'm smart enough to record stuff. And then I said to the Frisco police, I'm like, do y'all have your body camera working? Because this man, I do fear for my life. And they had gave me a police escort and everything like that. I am still doing, we're still doing the documentary, you guys. We still get that together. First and foremost, I have to handle some things, but we are still doing that. But But when it comes to this, I was like, what? It was a lot of police. I would never forget it. And then that director was like, he's so distraught. I said, sir, the reason why I did not get up and leave because I fear for my life and I wanted a police escort. We were talking. He got upset because I was asking questions. I feel like it was not right for the female caregivers to be carrying a 50-pound bag garbage from the third floor all the way to the first floor. I think that was too much. We had a meeting and I was raising my hands to display my grievances with the policy that they have, and they need to change the policy. And I feel like these caregivers are overworked. And then I was talking about my grievances, how they would have me being a maintenance worker and a janitor. And I was speaking, telling what wasn't right. And that was when Monique was talking about gender bias, racial, when she was talking about inequality. And so I heard that message, and then when I started to go, and I said, I was being treated wrong. So I remember I went to the director, and I told the director that, and he didn't like it. Like, how can this black man? You should be appreciated for this opportunity. But I said, I think this is an incredible company, but I just doesn't like that I'm doing two jobs and only getting paid for one job. You're being a janitor and a maintenance worker. Maintenance worker make a decent amount of money, and I'm fixing doors, putting up light fixture, half the stuff I didn't know how to do, so I'm Googling it and just asking questions. I'm just doing what I'm doing. When you black, you just look like the ancestor was just taking on my hair, fixing up doors, and then I'm not getting paid to do the work that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing like multiple things, and I knew it was, and I knew when I walked into that place when I was doing that, I said, I'm not going to have this job long, but I was just there to speak up for those workers. And when the workers saw how I was speaking up in the meeting, they were shocked. Like, oh my God, who is this black man? Who is he speaking up? Who is this black man speaking? Because they never seen a black man speak up the way they spoke up like this. Because I'm not from Texas. I'm actually from Chicago, where we were in unions and we could speak up, and we had union reps, and I knew the game, and I just knew when I moved to Texas, and I kept telling them, I said, we are being treated like garbage, and we should be treated right. And if we had a union, it's nowhere in the world that can treat us like this. And they was like, oh, that will never happen. I said, it is so sad that they speak against unionizing as CNAs and healthcare workers, but the police, but the police, can everybody say it with me? The police, they have a union. Y'all so speak against unions, and the people that is protecting and serving y'all, they have a union. So when they do something to an unarmed black man or woman, guess who comes to their rescue? The union. When they get locked, if they ever do get locked up, guess who coming to their rescue and putting up their bail and paying for their legal defense? The union. So we sit here and we criticize unions. I always say, well, what about the police union? They have a union in Texas. So don't tell me that y'all can be unionized in Texas. That's a bunch of garbage. And I'm talking to, who was that lady? Well, they hung up the phone, but I don't care. You hung up the phone, I'm gonna call back. I forgot her name, but in some state senator, somebody sent me some state senator sent me some information. So I contacted the office and I'm like, where is State Senator so-and-so stance on unions? So she's against the union. She don't like it. I said, well, first and foremost, can you tell me why she's against unions? Because what my idea of a union is to protect the worker, so the worker can have some type of protection, that it ain't just up to the company. I'm totally against that the company have power. It should be a process, and that employee should have some type of protection. It should not be just up to the employee that they have all the power. So we talking. So I was like, maybe I need to run. They hung up the phone, but I don't care. I said, well, maybe I need to run for your seat. They said, excuse me, what did you just say? I said, well, maybe I need to run for her seat. And they hung up the phone. I don't care you hung up the phone. Maybe I just should run for your seat to be the state senator. Who knows? Because I think that's trash that you don't want to fight for unions and fight for a living wage in the state of Texas. People need a living wage. So you just never know. Y'all might see me run for office and all that type of stuff. Because if I'm going to be here in Texas, I'm going to leave my mark, okay? I just can't sit on the side. I've never been a person that's going to sit on the sidelines and not speak up. I've always been the type of person to speak up. Even on the block, I may even take y'all to like in Chicago, the what do they call it? The Ottoman woman in there. And I remember I used to call that office all the time. We got a pothole. We need lights. We need more police in the area. I used to always call because they just know me. I used to come there all the time because I knew, and I told my grandmother, I said, grandmother, these city council workers, each ward, they get a couple of $1 million to take care of their ward. So we got to be in the front of the line to help you. So I helped my grandmother get like a roof and like a back porch, like programs and services that they were helping. And she didn't know, but I knew, and we were able to get those things. She said, how do you know this? Because I said, grandmother, I read, and I heard on the talk radio on WVON that they get these things. And so, but we have to apply first because it's certain quarters when they get the money. So you got to reach out to them because they ain't going to reach out to you. So my grandma was able to get some type of assistance because I've always been politically engaged. And I wish I could do more and more. Now that I have a platform, baby, I'm going to do more and more. Let me drink a little bit more of my Monster. I know I'm all over the place this morning, but I had to say that because I just don't like when people are getting mistreated. I don't like it when I see my sisters working really hard and they can't afford rent. And it feels to me that it should be more low-income housing, affordable housing where housing goes by your income. So you don't have to pay $3,000 for rent. It should be that way. And also if it should be programs to help you to get credit. Like if you go and apply for, let's just say, food stamps, right? If you get, any type of welfare, it should be in the office for welfare or food assisted programs. They should have an office where they give you credit counselor and they give you assistance how to build your credit, how to be entrepreneurship and stuff like that. Chicago had a program that helped my mother to become a homeowner. I wish that was everywhere to help our young women and also young men that are, that need some assistance. But we need to be in those rooms because these people that's in this room, they outdated, they're bought and paid for, they're paid by lobbyist groups, and they don't care nothing about us. And then the people that's making decision about us don't look like us. And then the people that look like us get in there and pretend like they ain't black, and they forget that they black because they have been conditioned to be conditioned to the system instead of going in there and being like Brother Malcolm and going in there and being like Dr. King and saying, no, I'm speaking against the system. I don't care if you don't like it. We need those type of politicians that goes against the system and try to change the system and educate the people and say, listen, this is what they're doing to you. Okay? Sometimes you have to do that. Right? All right. Don't worry. I'm staying on Kamala Harris. I've been sending emails and stuff like that. I'm staying on these folks. I'm like, Kamala, I'm going to send another email. My publicist is working. I said, Kamala, don't be used as a tool. Joe Biden needs to do a better job because I don't like it that you got to clean up when it comes to the racial issue because he don't know what he's talking about. He get up there talking about, oh, looting is against the law. Don't y'all be out there. Don't be talking like that because them Trump talking points, them conservative talking points. Yes, looting is wrong, but you have to be careful with the language because it ain't black folks just leading the charge for looting. It's a lot of other groups that's on there. They need to be exposed for encouraging that coming into these areas. What are you doing traveling to an area just to loot, and then we get blamed as the black people, and we're not even to blame. It's these other groups that's coming in there causing confusion into this situation. That's what I'm saying. And looting is against the law. I'm totally against looting. But when you are treating people, and when like even Dr. King said, people are right, it's because of the unheard. That is the language of the unheard. If you are conditioned generationally not treating people the way they should be treated, what do you expect them to do when you keep giving them the same short end of the stick? When you keep slaughtering their children and not providing great health care and not giving them great jobs, what do you expect them to do? So when people speak against looting, it should be against the law to treat poor people like trash. That should be against the law. It should be against the law to put people in nursing homes and don't treat them with the best care, don't give enough staffing. That should be against the law. So don't just come out and just scream to the mountaintop because you see property burning up. Have that same energy when when folks are getting evicted. That should be against the law. When you and no problem of their own, because of this pandemic, they can't afford, they can't work because of COVID, and they're getting evicted, that should be against the law. That same energy should be when you see CVS burning up. Because let's be clear, most of these places, and some don't have insurance, but most of these places that do burn up, like a Walmart, a CVS, they are protected by insurance, so they can cover it. But where is the insurance for poor folks when they can't afford their rent? Where's their insurance? Where's their people that really speaking to the mountaintop about them? And this is why I'm calling out Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. I'm not going to be a typical person. Yes, I love to see Kamala Harris, yes. But I just don't want the same thing happen over and over and over. I'm keeping my eye to politics and the temperament of that when it comes to Dallas, even when it comes to Chicago, and it comes, on a national scale. It's because I don't want you to get in office and not change it and talking about, well, Trump is bad, bad, bad. But what are you going to do? Because when Joe Biden said something and it triggered me. He said, the violence with Trump, the violence under the Trump administration, I can help. I said, well, it was violence under Obama. But let's forget all that. What is going to be your policy to help stop the violence? Because if you're not talking about economic empowerment, you will never get the violence to be decreased. If you're not going to be talking about sharing the purse strings to the poor people, white, brown, Native American, Hispanics, black, or poor people, period, you're going to always have crime. You can sit out somewhere with that. You can preach about if you're not willing to share the purse with poor folks, share the resources, crime going to always be, will never be erased. If you're not willing to invest in these underserved communities. So you can sit there, you can scream to the mountaintop, but are you willing, Biden, are you willing, Kamala Harris, to really tell Congress that it is time that we make massive investments in black and brown, poor areas and all of this? Are you willing to write that check? If you're not willing to do that, don't even speak about the violence because you're not willing to change. You're just talking. Because this is going to always be bad. And it's only going to get worse. You keep treating poor people, treating them, not giving them the opportunity, evicting them. What do you expect them to do? If you have nothing to lose, you have lost your job, lost your housing, your schools are bad, and you have a mental illness problem, you have a drug, what do you expect you going to happen and you ain't got hospitals and services to help you get through it? What do you expect to happen? Just saying. Okay? So, you need to do better because, poor folks has been getting the short end of the stick, and they need help. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm preaching this morning. I'm so sorry. I was triggered. I was triggered, but I had to preach this morning with my little monster. I don't know where I'm going. Every time I drink a monster, I get to preach. I don't know what's up in this monster. Mm-hmm. But there ain't no cocktail. It's a monster. It's an energy drink. Sometimes I get energized when I come in the morning because I gotta do it for the morning show. I just gotta do it. I'm so sorry if I triggered y'all this morning. But y'all, and so I love how you uplift black women, not talking bad about dragging us. Not, yeah, I love, and I feel for black women because I'm talking with a black woman right now, and I wish that, it's so sad that how a man, you can lay down with a woman and you get this woman pregnant and she have your child. And you're not there to take care of her. I mean, you're not there to take care of your child, and it's all on her. She wasn't the only one that had this baby. And that was one thing that I did not want to do. I did not want to label the woman and get her pregnant and not take care of her because that's the most saddest, disgusting thing. And I tell my president all the time, and they don't answer the phone with me. I said, it's not good when you treat your children mother like trash if you're not providing for your children. You need to break that cycle. Though your father was trash, that don't mean you need to be trash to your children. You got to break that cycle. Though your daddy was a cheater, that don't mean you should be cheating and treating your kids like trash. Break that cycle, because if you don't, it will continue going over and over again. I made a pledge to myself. I said, I'm not going to be out here getting all these women pregnant and not taking care of these babies. Because one thing about it is, It's hurtful and don't make me feel good every time. You can't enjoy life. And then wait a minute, and he ain't nowhere to be here. I don't know. He ain't answering. Oh, I gotta chase him down. All that. It shouldn't be, because you ain't got to chase him down when you had your yoni open. Blah 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 blah. Shut up. You ain't had to chase him down when he was on top of you doing his business. You ain't had to chase him down for then. But then now he want to disappear and be gone somewhere. And then now it's a family. We gotta pitch in and buy diapers and milk. Because I remember, and I knew I was on the right when my sister had her first child. And she said, Marquise, can you go to the store and buy the baby milk and Pampers? I said, yeah, I'll go. But I didn't know how much the stuff cost because I don't have children. When I saw the prices for milk, baby water, diapers, I said, what? Look at these prices. And I said, you know what, Wiley? This is why you keep your peen in your pants. And when you get financially able, then you have a family. But don't just go out here, because you're going to get in an economic trap. And don't you get in the economic trap. So I looked at them prices and I said, okay, let me shut it down and be safe. And if I ever do it, protect myself, because I don't want to be, I can't afford taking care of a family of 4. Now with no CNA salary. Now I don't know, in nowhere in the world. A family of 4 right now, and I'm just trying to build before I able to get it off the ground, my business off the ground. I got to buy the baby some milk, some clothes, some this, some that. And that's the mindset that I had. And that's why I told that out of my mother, she never had to worry about me. Hey, mom, I'm pregnant. Hey, mom, I got this girl pregnant. Can you help me out? Hey, mom, I need help with bills. Hey, mama, can you babysit? Hey, mama, this. I got some more kids. Hey, mama, I need help with this. Never had to make that phone call. Hey, mama, check your cash out. Them the type of phone calls. I don't care if it's $3. I would rather call my mother and give her something than to be a burden with my mother about the issue, the mistakes that I have made and the problem that I made, and then now I'm making it part of her issues. No, because she ain't did it. You should be there. But of course, mama's gonna step up and be the grandmother and stuff like that. But make sure you're not a burden to your family. And that's the message that I'm preaching this morning. If you do have children, make sure you go back to school, get a degree, get an online social media, sell hair. I tell my sister all the time, do a makeup line, get a channel, get a YouTube channel, but never get to the point where you're depending on everybody and you're not doing stuff for yourself. Because one day, grandma ain't going to be there no more. One day, these people from that generation, they're passing away. Mother Betty Price, she's gone. So if anybody that was dependent on her, whether it was her husband or her kids or her grandkids, they can't depend on her anymore. Why? Because she passed away. So understand that if you don't put your time in and do for yourself, these grandmamas that you see in their 80s, they're leaving here, and you're going to be stuck. And you better make sure that you are prepared to take care of your family and not depending on grandma to take care of family. Because grandma one day is going to leave here. Because God going to give grandma some rest. Come on, somebody. It's going to happen. You're going to wake up one day, grandma ain't going to be there no more. Then you got to provide for your children. You ain't going to be able to call me, hey, Marquise, I'm going to help you by giving you somebody how to fill out a job application and a resume. But I'm not going to be your crutch where I'll babysit and you out there screwing so you get you another child. That got to stop. You screwing, we all babysit goo goo gaga while you screwing. And then yet get another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. That needs to cease. Because you're going to have problems on top of problems. And they know not to call Marquise. They know not even to butt down, because the answer going to be this. Quick, fast, and hurry. No. Marquise, can you help me with that? I said, no, get a job. Oh, you so mean. You don't make no sense. How can you do your niece and nephew like that? It's easy. Get a job. Quick, fast. I said with strength. Well, yeah. I love this. I just love this. This is one of my favorite. Yeah, because your niece and nephew, you need to give them like $20. What they need $20 for? They don't need no $20. You just want that for you can smoke some weed. Get out my life. I ain't give you nothing. Don't call my phone unless you calling me, unless you want to come and I'll help you get you a platform or something like that. Get a job. Don't you call me all the time. Because if keep you, and I say a lot of other stuff. I told I told my brother baby mama. I said, sister, you need to shut your yoni down. Shut it down, because you have too many kids. You can't take care of them. You would just say, my kids, you know your brother. I said, he ain't no good. You need to shut it down, sister. Shut it down. You keep getting stuck. Are you tired of keep getting in that situation that you in the hospital by yourself, delivering it by yourself, then you change? Are you tired? I said, stop all that crying, and get it together and be strong for your children. But you need to shut that yoni down. Clink, shut it down. And then once you start listening to me, my brother shut that down. Oh, you ain't talking to my brother no more. I told her, be strong. Don't be dependent on that man like that. He ain't no good. He ain't nothing. He ain't no nothing. I'll be honest. If you call me, I'm just gonna keep it real. What's going on? Tell me he ain't nothing. Shut it down. Shut the unit down. You don't need no Pangea wash. Just shut it all down. Whew. And she was to call me, just give me that ugly cry. I'm like, hold up. Just shut it down. Shut it down. Yeah. It's all right. I'm going to have to stop doing all that. I need to make a fool like that and all that. Kids. All right, let me go ahead on. I didn't trigger somebody. I didn't trigger somebody right there. I didn't trigger somebody. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead on to the next thing. I don't know. Somebody need to hear this message, y'all. Somebody need to hear it, but it's okay. All right, let's talk about Dream Doll and Dana. What was that? Miss Powell, Cleaner Powell. Hold on, let me make sure I get the name right. I messed up the name. Lord, I was on the right track. Whoo, Lord, that yoni and talking about shutting it down is something else. Let me go. What was I talking about, y'all? Okay, here we go. Selena Powell is trolling Dream Doll. And she said that Dream Doll is screwing DJ Academics. She said that she slept with DJ Academics. That's what Selena said about Dream Doll. Then she posted Dream Doll arrest record and said that Dream Doll, of course, one of her charges was the prostitution. And this is what Dream Doll responds. P word so bomb. She tried to put a body on me. Dream Doll never F no dang academics. The dusty wash up lying AHOE went on her Bomb A podcast. Thirsty for some views. Gotta use my name for clickbait. I never and will never F nobody to post me on a dang blog. I've been popping since I was 19. I could switch up my hair and it would go viral. So smile, broke H word. You know, I got to keep that. You know, we want to be monetized. So let me make sure I do that. Dream Doll is an incredible artist, and what gets me with Selena Powell, you need to stop using Dream Doll for clicks and views to build up your podcast. Stop doing that. You have lied constantly over and over and over and over and over again, and you're trying to bait these celebrities to build up your platform. You don't have to lie on these celebrities to build up your platform. Just make good quality content. X, Y, and Z. Talk about who you have screwed, but don't put other people in a mess talking about they screwed somebody like that. No, she did not screw no DJ Academics. Dream Doll is an incredible artist. She put that work in, and stop assuming that these female MCs have to screw. That these female MCs have to screw DJs. So no. So stop saying that, Selena Powell. You were wrong for that. You were wrong for that. You were wrong for saying that. You know you was wrong. You got a podcast spreading lies. But where's that? Let Wiley would do something like that. Y'all be coming down my throat. Where y'all at, Selena Powell? I ain't seen none of y'all over there. Lipstick Alley, where y'all at? I ain't see y'all over there. Okay? DJ Academics he ain't attracted. He's not attracted to me. He's not attracted to me. So I love Dream Doll. I think Dream Doll is an incredible artist. And shout out to one of my friends. He actually liked Dream Doll. He put me on to Dream Doll. And one of my favorite songs from Dream Doll is on her Plastic album. she did a song with Lil Kim. So what was the name of it? I think it was Funeral. Let me see, Dream Doll, Lil Kim. Let me see the name of that, because that was one of my favorite songs by Dream Doll. Let me see. Yeah, Funeral featuring Lil Kim. That came out. Life in Plastic 2 is one of my favorite songs. Let me download that because I want to listen to that on the plane. Let me download the whole album. Yes. Okay.
This Aaron set on 78, leave the set on that while you down.
What you said? What?
The Aaron set on.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna touch it. Because after I'm done, I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm not gonna touch it.
I know.
No, I'm not gonna turn it on. I'm not gonna touch it at all. Okay. She should be the Pangea. Yeah, she should. I bet just imagine she better put a lot of stuff down there. Because Selena Powell, oh Lord, she need to put Listerine down her throat, and she need to be putting down some Pangea, a whole lot of Pangea soap, body wash, some Shades Creation soaps, some of that minty soaps. Because if you putting all that stuff down there, I won't want a woman that be bragging on how much stuff she get. It just wee. She been saying how much stuff people do. Ooh, I can just think. I can just imagine. Ooh, wee. Tasha K, make sure you send Selena Powell some Pangea wash. Send her some of that Pangea. Send her some of that olive leaf. Olive Lee extract. She needs some Olive Lee extract. I can just imagine it's funky down there. Let me stop, because that's Selena Powell. She come up with some of these strong allegations. Child, it just comes out her neck. She come out with them strong allegations. It just comes out her neck. Okay? So, my last topic of the day. I can just imagine. Woo-wee. She needs to rest that young. That young is probably loose as a goose. Too much spell. She need that colon cleanable sorb. I can just imagine, baby. She needs to extract the parasites. I can just imagine electrolytes, whatever else that Tasha K said she was doing. Okay, I can was warning people that she lied. Yeah, she does. She lies a lot. She lies a lot. Oh yes. Okay. Let me get it to Miss Robbie. So. Thank you, producers, because I get to talking. So Miss Robbie finally responded to what is going on. So let me see if I can pull that up. I want to pull it up. Shout out to Miss Robbie. Y'all pray for Miss Robbie. That to me, I have been so addicted to Sweetie Pie's YouTube clips. Like I've been calling the producers. I've been like emailing like on network, because I've been like, can y'all put the episodes back up there, because everybody want to see it. But I didn't get a response. So give me a second while I pull the Miss Robbie piece up. But before I get to Miss Robbie, Dwayne Rock Johnson, him and his family, y'all pray for them. They have all tested positive for COVID-19. So pray for his family, pray for him, because they have all tested positive for COVID-19. I saw the video. He posted the video on Instagram, and him and his family all tested positive. And the thing about the Rock that I admire, he is a family man. He said, I wish I was the only one that tested positive and not my family, not my entire family. So y'all pray for him. I don't know how it happened. I don't know, but I'm just pray that everything goes well with him and his family. So yeah, just definitely pray for him. Yes, that they announced that yesterday, and I saw it this morning, and I saw the video, and he pretty much went on there. He said what he said. So y'all definitely pray for him. Okay, now let me read this about Miss Robbie. Please keep praying for me and my son, Miss Robbie, 2 weeks to speak about her son, Tim Norman, following nephew passing. In the case of the reality TV gone wrong, a shocking revelation hit the world last week when the star of the family center Oprah Winfrey Network was Welcome to Sweetie Price was arrested on charges stemming from the 2016 killing of his nephew, 18-year-old Andre Montgomery. It was a shocking fall from grace, and now the fallout continues. James Timothy Norman was one of the stars of the hit show. The show was on network earliest hits and was in production for 9 seasons. It went off the air in 2018. In addition to Norman, the show's star was the owner and chef of the Sweetie Pie franchise, Robbie Montgomery. Effectively known as Miss Robbie, the former Ike, turned her music into entrepreneurship and created the successful restaurant chain. Norman ran the chain, produced the show with his mother throughout the run of the show. Robbie also focused on her raising her nephew, Andre Montgomery, and keep him out of trouble. With the help of his uncle, Norman, Montgomery was featured on the show throughout its run as well, due to Miss Robbie's strong belief in family and supporting those who need help. The whole story apparently started back in 2014 when Norma apparently secured a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew, on his teenage nephew, in which he was the sole beneficiary. In addition to the charges against Norman, the insurance agent that issued the policy have also been arrested. And I don't know how to pronounce his name, Rahima of St. Louis, Missouri, who also a producer with cuts on Nellyville, was charged with one count of conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud. He worked with Norman to create the false policy. Norman money situation seemed to have started to deteriorate as restaurants that he had opened up around the country all started to fold, close, or have issues. At one point, Norman was even sued by his mother, Miss Robbie, for copyright infringement. Miss Robbie alleged that her son was opening up restaurants on his own and using Sweetie Pie's name without permission. Eventually, the suit was dropped, but it seemed to indicate that there were definitely tension between the two, outside of what was aired on television. Norman, in addition to be a reality TV star himself, also previously dated one Jennifer Williams of the Basketball Wives fame. Williams released a statement on Instagram addressing the whole unfortunate situation before we even had the chance to hear from Miss Robbie herself. Karma will get you one way or the other. The truth always reveals itself, Jennifer wrote, adding, condolences to the family. I can't imagine how the dose of truth is hitting. It seems as if indeed the truth is hitting hard. While Norma hasn't released any statements and the restaurants are still open, Miss Robbie was heard from about all that has been happening around her and her family. According to sources, Miss Robbie, when asked to make a statement in regard to Tim's alleged involvement in the killing of Andre Montgomery, replied via text to Real St. Louis News. Thanks for this is a quote from Miss Robbie. Thanks for the prayers, but at this time, I'm weak and can't make a statement. Please keep praying for me and my son, she reportedly texts. So please pray for that. It is disturbing. I reached out to somebody in St. Louis that is a producer down there and that visit the restaurant and everything. They even tried to get me to come to one of the producers of the Wiley Show, wanted me to go down there, to visit, the restaurant, but COVID hit, right? He said it's so sad because Miss Robbie and her family is like pillars in the community. And it's embarrassing because Tim was down there talking about stop the violence. He was mentoring people. And just to hear that, if people are shocked, they don't, they're hurt. They're literally hurting. And even pray for Miss Robbie. I ain't praying for the son, because if he did that, sure, he ain't getting no prayer for me. What I'm praying for him for? No, because what he did was wrong, and he needs to be charged to the fullest of the law. And then when you look at the paperwork from the federal documents, they got a strong case. He gonna serve some time. And the insurance agent, the one that was called, he's turning state evidence like he's gonna work with the state. So I'm praying for Miss Robbie. I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for Andre's mother. I'm praying for his siblings. I'm praying for that entire family except Tim. Okay? Why I'm praying for Tim for after the child bye. But the federal, they got a strong case. Strong case. What else? Ms. Robbie can't control no grown social path. Tim was going to put a hit out on Ms. Robbie too. Yes, and I heard he put out a policy on Ms. Robbie. I heard like different publications, like rumor stuff. I heard that he put $1 million out on his mom because the guy he's making no fraudulent things. Awful, she providing him means of income once he was released from prison and he became greedy. Okay. She provided him not only with an income, she provided him with his own businesses. Excuse me. With an income. You rarely don't get that when you serve 12 years in prison. You rarely don't come out and, especially black, to own your own company, own network. So he had some great ideas. It was greed. He did not know how to manage his money. He was terrible opening up restaurants. And his mom told him countless time episodes, stop opening up all these restaurants. Stop, you biting off more than you can chew. You can't afford it. It was one episode it's all down my timeline. He would write a check to get a patio, and Miss Robbie said, "Why are you getting this stuff behind my back? Are we supposed to be partners? We are partners, but you got to let me know." Then Tim was like, "Well, I can't have one thing, but your one thing is a very, very big thing." Like he would get restaurants behind his mom's back, and he would do stuff behind his mom's back. And once his mom cut him off, then you put a hit out on your nephew, and your nephew was gone, and you didn't even get the money because you didn't even file the paperwork because it was a fraudulent case. It was a fraudulent case. It's like when you do that, you didn't even get the money. It's like you did all that and you didn't even get no coins from it. I was watching the Breakfast Club, not the Breakfast Club. I was watching Barbershop, right? So in Barbershop, they had it was two characters. Took the ATM machine out the store. They took it, and then the guy was like, the money so you did all that, and the money not even ATM machine. And that's just how dumb it is. You did all of that, paid the strippers, she flying out, she did that, and you did not get the money. You did not get the money because the insurance company said no because it was fraud. You didn't have the proper paperwork. You didn't even have Andre permission. You just can't be putting people on the pot. They have to sign paperwork. You didn't have none of that, and you didn't get the money. Once his cellmate find out he's going to become his girlfriend, punching bag, and it's just really sad. It's really sad because I know Miss Robbie is confused. Like I know she having doubt. This is my son. I don't believe this, but I think now that she saw them paperwork, I know she distraught. Because you best believe that Miss Robbie requested the indictment, the paperwork, and you know she's able to see it. So I think it's hurtful, and it's like a bad. I can't believe this. I know it. It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard. Money is a resource, but the Bible tells us plainly that for the love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, it is. Come on. Now, I will open up the phone lines. We can open up the phone lines for 10 minutes, and I'm going to go. Because I'm going to take me a hot shower, okay? I don't like going over unless it's taking me a hot shower. Okay, the number is, we got to do it on my phone today because, let me drink a little bit more of this. No, it's not the 646. That ain't working today. Y'all, I'm going to do the 972 today, this morning. Producers, moderators. I'm going to put it in there. We're going to do the 972-674 number today. Yes. Shout out to y'all. Good morning to the producers out there in the chat. I hope the premiums that Tim paid drain his pocket. Yeah, he was very bad with money because you were opening up restaurants and you couldn't afford it. Your cooks were bad. The food was nasty. Shout out to the Freaky Boys. One of my friends down in LA, they had a restaurant out there that closed down because the food was all nasty. They were getting nasty complaints. It was crazy. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today? How y'all doing?
Good. Doing good.
I just want to call in and say quick, I'm kind of nervous. Sorry.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Okay. Well, I really feel like it wasn't even about the money for Tim. I kind of feel like the money was an afterthought. Like he already decided that he wanted to get his nephew out the way. I feel like he was going to reap some benefits that Tim didn't have access to because of, choices that he made in the past. So I feel like maybe somewhere in the family, he had already heard that Miss Robbie was going to put Andre in the position to do the things that Tim was doing and give Andre more power, probably leave some restaurants to him, that him own a few restaurants and manage a few. I feel like it was more jealousy, and then the money was the afterthought. Like, okay, you should go ahead and get some money for it if you gonna go ahead and knock him off.
Yeah, because she was training, mentoring him, and he was into music, and they had that connection. Andre and Miss Robbie had that connection. So it's just so sad because it's greed, and now he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And what was it worth it? No, it was not worth it. It was not. It literally was not worth it. And then the people that you help, they're telling it. They singing like a bird, especially that insurance agent. I think he's the only one that's out on bond because Tim's still locked up. The woman, she's still locked up, and they both got to get what I read. Public defenders. They can't even afford private counsel.
Public defenders.
So was it worth?
It's interesting to me how they make it seem like he didn't get the money because he didn't file the proper paperwork after the boy passed. He couldn't file the proper paperwork because he filed a false claim in the first place. It was false. Impossible for him to file the proper paperwork.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes. What call from?
Hello.
To accept, press 1.
Oh, did I hang up on her? Hello, miss. Hold on 1 second. Hello. Was you done speaking?
Well, I was wondering, did I miss the rock story?
Yeah, no, he just tested positive for COVID. So just pray for him and his family. That's what happened. They had all tested positive.
I don't even know. That ain't even. Well, you know what? I wanted to share one last thing. I found out this new definition for the word greed. People think greedy is just like, wanting everything, but it's kind of like you want more than what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? You want more than what you're working for. But anyway, let me go and get my little nervous self off the line. It was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking. I'm glad. First time calling. You sound beautiful. So good morning. And you are beautiful.
I am. I look good.
Well, you sound good. So you look good. That's good. Because I don't want you to have this.
I'm there in Texas.
Oh, you in Texas?
No, you are, right?
Yeah, I'm in Texas. I thought you was in Texas. I was like, we need to link up, but you somewhere else though. But okay.
I fly through there sometimes. I mean, I give you a call next time I'm out there. That'll be okay.
Oh yeah, you can always give me a call. I answer.
Okay.
All right.
Now enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. I'm sorry about that. Can you turn me down in background? Can you turn me down?
Okay.
All right.
Oh wow. Okay, I just turned it down.
All right. Good morning. So what's on your mind?
Oh my God. Good morning. I've never done this before.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot on my mind, especially about the Kim thing. I don't know why everybody believes he did that.
The documents, ma'am, the federal documents. The documents is heavy. The stripper, the insurance agent, like they got a strong case. Like it's looking bad for Tim. It's looking bad for him.
Well, y'all really think he did that?
I believe it. I can believe it. I mean, he's a convict, been in prison for 12 years, bad with money management. His finance is not good. He put an insurance policy out on his nephew. What was the reason you put a policy out on your nephew? You don't even know them. You ain't even cool with him like that. You didn't even get along with. So what you putting out like that? So it's just all around just bad. But what's on your mind? Let me hear yours.
The reason why he would put insurance, I mean, they were all famous. I mean, anybody could have killed, I mean, they were celebrities. And I just don't see it. I watched the show from beginning to end. Yes. I mean, I love Miss Robbie. I mean, come on. I was suspicious on the reason why the show didn't stop airing. I mean, what was the reason why why didn't Oprah take them over?
They went, no, Miss Robbie, I think they didn't want to continue the show. Like, they were done with it. I think Miss Robbie was done with it. But if you look at the indictment, they got the text, the calls, like all of it. They have a strong case. They got it when the stripper went to the airport to go visit Tim, call after Andre was killed, how she called. The first call she called was Tim, and how she traveled to go see him and how he paid her money. And then they got it when she deposited money into her account. So they got them both. They got the records, man.
Oh,
You don't believe it?
I just I feel like Miss Robbie. I mean, nobody's on his side. I mean, come on now, come on, don't turn your head like this. I mean, come on. I don't think Miss Robbie. I think Miss Robbie knows that her son didn't do that. Come on now, come on. Like everybody just alleged.
Well,
come on.
You don't believe it? Okay.
I don't believe that he did it. That's just my opinion. I'm so sorry. I mean,
no, don't be sorry. It's your opinion.
Information.
It's your opinion. Don't be sorry.
Experience. They write up little stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. How y'all go?
Yeah, don't be sorry. It's your opinion, so you can feel how you feel.
Huh?
I said it's your opinion, so you can feel how you feel.
Oh my gosh. And then they talk about the poor boys.
Who's talking about the man hips?
That ain't cool. This mama got to read that. They care about Miss Robbie. Come on, stop putting the Who's talking about how she feel about dogging her son? Come on, y'all don't dog the boy like that. Give him a little break. Give him some courtesy or something. I don't know, boy. I really don't. Yeah, I don't think he did it. You don't think.
You don't think him or them hips. You don't think he got no big hips either, right?
Nah, his head looks small compared to his body shape. Look at his arms.
What is that?
I don't know what you're doing wrong.
Oh God!
Let me get over here. That's just my opinion. I
really
think that people be a little more considerate.
I feel you.
Get a boy chance. I don't know.
I feel you on that. You have a good morning, man. Thank you for calling into the Wiley Show.
Thank you for answering my call. You're one of the first I've ever been able to talk.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad of being your first.
Your patience is really nice. I was flattered at the fact y'all put my name out there and thank me for the invite. I mean, you guys are great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm honored to be in your first.
Yeah. You stop that. They go that flirting crap. Don't stop
I just said I'm honored that you are first. You're the first caller. All right, you too. You have a good one. All right, bye-bye. She's all the first. I keep on the jury. She will not be picked for the jury. Now, the defense will love her on the jury. But after she gets to say, I don't believe it. When she said, oh, his head's small, they talk about his heels. I don't believe it. Now, the defense will love her, but she ain't going to be on the jury. But every jury, she going to be jury 33. They're going to be like, Shout out to the 300 million people in the chat. How y'all doing? Shout out to the 300 million people in the chat. Shout out to the 3 people. Before we go, make sure y'all do the check-in. Shout out to the 3 million people in the chat. Wait a minute, we got 300 million people in the chat. Shout out to the 300 million people in the chat, y'all. Come through. 300 million people in the chat. Come on, y'all. Where you at? Hey, what? what? 300 people in the chat. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Yes. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. 303 million people in the chat this morning. What? Go. Yes. I see you to the producers. Where y'all at? Shout out to Armin Brown now, Tori Vine, J Real, Nurse Nicole, Blue Skies, Puppy Love, B Scales, Mouth Open, Shantae, Day, TOC and 3D1. Shout out to all the my sisters. Come through. What? Oh. Yes. Woo. Turn it up a little bit. Yes. We got Canada and Jamaica in the chat. What up, y'all? Go ahead, Chicago. Go ahead. Hey. Shout out to the moderators in the chat. Mouth open. I see y'all. Let's get some more likes in the building. How many likes we got in the building? Let's get about 15 more likes. Y'all ain't liking the show? Come on. Click that button. Come on, y'all. Ooh, when you come in the room, just click it and just bounce. Hey. Oh. Okay, y'all. Oh. Yes. We are here, y'all. Yes. I'm seeing y'all in the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Give me a second. Y'all is here in the chat. I'm seeing y'all in the chat. Give me a second. Hey. What up? You like the shirt? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful good morning. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon. If you're on Patreon, we will be giving y'all exclusive Chicago content on Patreon. So make sure y'all get them drinks together and go to Patreon and subscribe over there. So shout out to y'all. If y'all not on Patreon, go over there and subscribe. God bless you and thank you and peace. And thank you again to the producers for the UK for the donations. Without that, it would not be possible for me to travel. So I'm really loving it. I want to have a good trip. Again, pray for my family. Pray for me that we have a great conversation. That'll be a beautiful time. And so, yeah. Let's go. Let me take me a hot shower because I don't like to go nowhere. I love to shower first. Safe travels. Thank y'all. Peace.